I'm Brian Finney, the Chief Operating Officer for the City of Biddeford. In these unpredictable times, unemployment and food security in our community is a greater concern than ever. The City of Biddeford is here to help you in any way we can. Please give us a call at 207-284-9020. A member of our staff is available Monday through Friday from 8 to 4 to assist you in meeting your needs. We're also fortunate to have so many volunteers and service providers in Biddeford who are dedicated to helping others through this crisis. Please visit our website at biddefordmaine.org/public health for more information on food resources and other assistance programs that are available in our community. All of us at the City of Biddeford want to thank you for how you have come together to support one another from a distance, whether it's to honor our graduating high school seniors, celebrate the Southern Maine Health Care medical community, or simply help out a neighbor. Biddeford has stepped up to the challenge. Your kindness to others has made these times a little brighter.
We're all juggling a lot right now, and everyone's lives have been upended. Our hearts go out to each of you during this time. But during this crisis, something remarkable has happened. Our community has come together in the most amazing ways to feed our children, to protect and serve, to provide compassionate care, and to support our elders and help our neighbors. In a time of so much uncertainty, it's important for you to know that we're here for you, and we'll continue to deliver services to our community members, even if you can't meet with us face to face. We urge you to practice social distancing, and please stay home if you can. And always remember, we're here if you need us.
Good morning. Welcome. My name is William Doyle, Mayor of Saco.
And I'm Alan Casfad. I'm the Mayor of Biddeford. Memorial Day is an important day for honoring, remembering, and mourning our fallen veterans. While we cannot gather today in person to recognize this solemn holiday, it is essential that we still pay our respects to all our service members in the armed forces.
The cities of Biddeford and Saco have prepared a virtual ceremony for you today that includes laying of wreaths, the raising of the flag, and a musical homage to our veterans. To all present and past United States servicemen and women, we thank you for your courage, your bravery, and sacrifice for our freedoms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still Thanks. I felt okay.
Thank you, mayors, for introducing our Memorial Day ceremonies. My name is Delilah Papor from the heart of Biddeford. And I want to thank the City of Saco for arranging all the video work and technology for today. Thank you to all who participated in the videos that you will see this morning. And also thank you all in our community for showing up and being there in this unique way. We're seeing a lot of likes on Facebook. So just show us that you're out there by clicking like, or comment in the section below about who you are honoring today. Just build a little engagement and community this way. Today we are honoring veterans, those who have fought for and died in their service of our country. And right now we are also honoring people who are working on the front lines in the medical field. Obviously these are folks who truly understand service and sacrifice. I'm pleased to introduce today's guest speaker, who is named Dr. Christian Basque. He's a Navy officer who served in Iraq, Kuwait, and Bahrain. He works at Southern Maine Health Care, and I hope you'll join me now in listening as he shares about his experience.
My name is Christian Basque. I'm a sports medicine physician here at Southern Maine Health Care. I work in both Biddeford and Sanford. I've been here almost, it'll be about 4 years coming up this summer. Medically, I trained in Geisinger in primary care and a sports medicine fellowship. So I'm the non-operative sports medicine physician with this orthopedic group here. So I joined the Navy in 2011. I did a TMS program, which is training medical specialty. So where I was in residency, I went straight into the Navy Reserves as a commissioned officer and been in Navy Reserve since 2011. Deployed this last year for about 10 months. Went out to Camp Pendleton in California for pre-deployment workup because I was deploying with a Marine group. I've been with the Marines the last 5 years. So we went over to Kuwait, Iraq, and Bahrain, kind of bounced around there a little bit. As far as the deployment, it was mostly in Kuwait, which is about 300 yards maybe that we were able to walk around, go to the gym, go to work, go to chow, and that was about it. Weren't allowed to leave, had to wear a uniform 24/7, whether you were in your uniform or your PT clothes, that was it. There's no civilian clothes allowed. So pretty restricted. And that was your day-to-day for every day, 7 days a week for 6 months. And that's about what we did. We worked about 7 days a week, had a clinic there, and a group of physicians from different units, everybody chipped in seeing patients and taking call overnight for any emergencies. Going over there and having your day-to-day life being so limited, you know, you're limited one on your choice of what you can wear. You have to wear your uniform 24 hours a day. There's no choice. We couldn't leave, you know, basically a 300 square yard facility for 6 months. You weren't allowed to go outside. You're only allowed one choice of what you eat, really. You gotta go to the chow hall. I mean, everything that you get up and take for granted here is gone. I think that, yeah, that sacrifice that a lot of service members make, you know, the rest of the country doesn't really understand until you're put in that situation, myself included. You know, everybody's going stir crazy, right? Because they can't go outside, but they still can go to the grocery store. They can still open the fridge and grab something they want out of it. I mean, all that stuff was gone. So to me, these last few weeks, you know, really with that past experience has not been very hard. I mean, other than not being able to still see your family, friends, I mean, of course I miss that, but that soon will end a lot sooner than it did when we were deployed. One of the things that led me to join the Navy, well, my grandfather, my mother's father, he was in the Air Force, and then on my father's side, both my grandmother and grandfather were both in the Navy. My grandfather was a bosun's mate, and then my grandmother was in Pensacola, Florida for 3 years, building planes and fixing those up to help support the war. And she always talked about it as one of the greatest times she's ever had.
Greatest, like, fun or like just
fun?
great?
Yeah, fun. I mean, you figure she was 18. She went off to Pensacola, never probably been out of Massachusetts before, and had a bunch of ladies. It was almost like probably going what we would think going to colleges these days. You know, I mean, I think it just states it just showed me that everybody at that time just did what they had to do, and it's almost like now with the quarantine, right? People don't necessarily want to be doing something, but it's the right thing to do. No one wants to walk around wearing masks, but it's the right thing to do. So just like with the World War II, the country came to slow, everything moved to a war effort, and people did what needed to be done. I mean, I think the healthcare community across the country has really pulled together. There's a lot of people doing jobs that weren't their jobs a couple months ago, and they didn't have a choice to whether they, they didn't have that choice to make. Like they did it. They stepped up. It might not be something they wanted to do, but it's something they needed to do, and they stepped up. And made that sacrifice. Either whether it's putting their self at risk, at harm, their family, or just doing something they weren't trained, comfortable with, or something I haven't done in years, and falling back on old skills. What the community can do to help this effort is, obey the rules and not go visit family and friends and do isolate. I think it's probably a good year to just sit back and reflect on sacrifices people have made. I think a lot of times with Memorial Day, people get caught up in a long weekend, barbecues, which is all fun. But the true reason is, to really, think about the people who made those sacrifices so that we are able to enjoy these freedoms. And though they might be limited at this time with quarantine, they're still available. So just, everybody can, instead of doing those barbecues, can sit down and, maybe with their family and just appreciate those who've gone and made that sacrifice for them.
Reason! Arms!
my country 'tis, of the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside let freedom ring.
Thank you for joining us this morning in recognition and honor of all those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our nation. We also want to thank the individuals and organizations featured in this video who have proudly paid their respect to our community's veterans over the past several weeks.
On behalf of the people of Biddeford and Saco, Mayor Doyle and myself would like to take a moment and recognize all of those who are watching, those of you who are currently serving in the military, those of you that have served in the military, and those of you who have lost loved ones in the several conflicts that we have seen over the years. We are humbled by your strength and your courage, and we wish that we could honor you today in person. We hope that you keep all of our servicemen in your hearts close to you today and throughout the year. For me, I think of my Uncle Dickie, whom I never met, who died in World War II when his plane crashed in the Pacific Ocean. I think of my students, some of whom fought in Afghanistan or Iraq, and friends of mine who brought back scars from those conflicts. I think all of you have individuals that you remember and know who fought in various conflicts, and it's so important, based on what we know, to hold them dear to you. Lastly, I want to thank all the singers and the musicians and all those who were involved in this production. It touched me deeply, and so I want to thank you. As you enjoy the holiday today, we ask you to remember each and every individual who served in the military to protect us and protect our liberty. Thank you.
Let us be in the spirit of prayer. The streets of heaven are too full of angels this day, angels that gave their lives so that we may live in peace, angels that felt the absolute devastation that bullets and bombs and trauma can do to a body and a soul. Grant us a holy discomfort that we may never turn away from the horror and become numb to the sacrifices made on our behalf. Grant us the imagination to recognize the futures that were cut short and to be reminded of the loss of these souls to our world. Grant us the determination to always keep Memorial Day sacred, so it will never become just a time of vacations and cookouts. And most importantly, grant those who commit to the fields of battle, the men and women of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, the wisdom and will to do so only when no other alternative is possible, and to seek a lasting peace so that all of our warriors might come home. May the blessings of the sacred be upon you this Memorial Day and always. Amen.
I don't mind to slow down anymore. I don't mind the sound of my shoes on your floor. I don't mind selling out or playing cover song, just as long as friends and family sing along. And I don't need more money or a faster car, no. Don't need a magazine to call me a superstar, no. I'm gonna take this little house and make a home, and then I'll never have to face my nights alone. 'Cause in my heart I ace with, and on my face I feel you breathe next to me, two by land, by air, by sea. And that is how it's supposed to be. Now, and that much I can say. Now, I'm pulling loaves of bread down from the shelf. And how rare it is that I stay up past 12. In the backyard we are going to start a garden. If that don't sound mighty good, I beg your pardon. 'Cause in my heart I hear you speak, and on my face I feel you breathe. Next to me, to by land, by air, by sea. And that is how it's supposed to be. Now, and that much I can say. Now, if they don't love us, we don't need them. Let's find our own brand of freedom. If they don't love us, we don't need them. Let's find our own brand of freedom. I don't mind the slow down anymore. I don't mind the sound of my shoes on your floor anymore.